I want to tell you about a little game called Look Outside. This is a cosmic horror turn-based game set in an apartment building. The whole idea is that if you look outside, you die, or something like that. There's some cosmic force taking over the world and it's filled the sky. People have looked outside and something wrong has gone on with them. They might still be alive, but you don't really know. But what you do know is that things like eyeballs are sprouting out of their chest or teeth are growing all over their body. There's a bunch of other disgusting horror-like enemies that you'll fight along the way. But the game starts as you wake up in bed. You find out about this phenomenon through a character who is spying on you through the wall. After that, you are kind of free to do what you want. It's kind of structured like a day-to-day basis. So every time you enter a different room, time passes, and at the end of the day, you need to go to bed. And that way, it's kind of similar to something like Stardew Valley. So there are things you can do. You can cook, you can play video games to pass time, you can do crosswords, you can craft different things that'll help you survive. However, what most people will likely do, and what I did almost right away, was I left the apartment and explored the building itself. And this is where you start to see a lot of the horror elements take hold. As you're exploring, you'll find weapons, armor. I say armor, but it's more like a t-shirt or sunglasses. You'll find money, which can be used to buy snacks from vending machines, or you can find different shops throughout the apartment building. At least I've found one. I'm sure there's more, but I found one. So as you're exploring the apartment building, your character will start to lose sanity. And the way you get that back is by going back to your room, sleeping, showering, even brushing your teeth, playing video games like mentioned before. All of this is presented in sort of a top-down pixel art style, kind of similar to something like Earthbound, particularly in how the combat scenarios play out, so you don't see your character. So instead, those turn-based battles kind of take place in first person. You are looking at the enemies that you are fighting, and I think that's super effective because of how disgusting all these enemies look. Even though it is pixel art and not as detailed as something like Silent Hill 2 Remake or Resident Evil, these monsters are unsettling. I almost think the creator is sparing us by showing us these creatures in pixel art as opposed to highly detailed, scary looking monsters. If you're into horror games and turn-based RPGs, Look Outside might be for you. I think it's $10 on Steam right now. I definitely recommend reading the difficulties very carefully. The normal difficulty mode is very unforgiving in terms of how the save system works. So you could spend 50 minutes, 40 minutes exploring the apartment, and then you die, and you lost that 40 or 50 minutes. If you're up for that challenge, go for it. For me, I went with the easier difficulty just because I wanted to move along. I wanted to see the story, and it is kind of a long game. I was checking Steam, and it seems like people have put in around 20, even 30 hours in order to finish this game. So there's a lot there, a lot of puzzles to solve, a lot of really weird and interesting characters to meet, and some very creepy moments with a synth-y soundtrack to back it all up.